Hello, quilt artists. My name is Shonda, and welcome to my channel Under the Needle Quilting and Crafts. So I'm here today with an unboxing because my Open Gate Quilt subscription box came. Um, I love this box. I enjoy this box. But first, I want to talk really quick about last month's box. So last month's box, the Fat Quarter bonus bundle, the little add-on bundle, were Americana prints. And so I had indicated that even though I wasn't ready to make the main project or even the smaller one. No, I take that back. I did make the smaller project, but I wanted to do something with those Americana fat quarters. And so I decided I thought that I was going to make a table runner and I needed to find the right pattern. Well, I have Monique's book, Fat Quarter Winners. This is not the whole book, of course. Now, I have a digital download of the book. I bought this book back in May of 2021. That's kind of around the time when I discovered Monique. It might have been, yeah, probably 20. I think it probably started about, no, it was before the pandemic. I bought this book in 2021, but I discovered her before the pandemic because it was still blueprint. It hadn't even turned back to crafts yet. So, anywho, she made this book called Fat Quarter Winners, and I found this pattern that I liked in that book, but I had never made it. So I decided that this would be a great table runner if I just made 4 of these blocks. So I've got all my fabric cut out. But I'm still kind of just trying to decide. So I've got all my pieces cut and I have made 1 block. I'm really happy with that. So this is my first colorway, right? This block. And then my second colorway is going to be these 2 prints together. So I matched these 2 prints together, and then I matched these 2 prints together. I'm still working on this block. But then I haven't decided, even though everything is already cut, and I kind of feel bad that everything is already cut, I'm worried that it's going to be too busy. That, having these blocks, like this block, 2 of these and 2 of these is going to be too busy. So I'm actually considering, because I found some, I'm not sure if this is grunge or Wilmington dry brush, but it's one of those types of things. So now I'm thinking I might do like another block where I'm using the blue, this dark blue, but instead of using this print here for the background, maybe just using this cream color and then doing the same thing for the other block. So make 1 block that's these 2 prints together and then make another block that's maybe this print and the cream. So even though everything is already pre-cut, I'm still not sure. I have to decide. So in that, I'm also looking at other options. I'm looking at how much of this fabric I have left of these 2 prints here. This print and the red, I don't have very much left of this or this other of this here. All I have left is 2 rectangles of the background. So I have 1 rectangle of this color and I have an equal size rectangle of this print. So I'm still deciding. That's the only reason why I haven't made more blocks, because I really want to strip piece these blocks. Making them one at a time is not the way to go here. Strip piecing is the move. So before I can strip piece, I have to figure out what colorways I want. So if I have enough fabric here, to cut out more of this, then what I might do is make something double-sided so I don't waste all of this. I don't want to waste all of the background fabric that I cut, because if I do that, then I only need half of these and not all of it. So that's a consideration. I'm still not sure yet. I'm thinking about it. So I think I'm going to figure that out, kind of do the math on that between now and this weekend and figure out what I want to do. But I really do like the block. Let me show y'all that again. And it was such an, I've never, so this unit right here, this unit with, that's like a half square triangle with more half, with another half square triangle and then two triangles. It's backwards for me. So it's like a half square triangle. Normally when you put this unit together, right, you make this half square triangle, right? And then you add a triangle to each side here and then here, right? And then you have another triangle and then you add that triangle, right? That's normally how this block is constructed when I've seen it. Monique's got a completely different way that I've never seen before. It does make it less tedious to put together. I will say that, because I did have a quilt. The name of the pattern was Modern Technology, and it had a bunch of these, I call them birds in the air units. I don't know. That's what I've always heard them referred to, as birds in the air. But it had a bunch of these, not quite this small, but it had a bunch of these birds in the air blocks. And let me tell you what, I certainly got tired of working with all them triangles. And that quilt got put away, and I have not touched it since 2020. And I have no intention of touching it because I was not enjoying those units. But for this particular pattern, the way we construct that unit is completely different. And I think just a little bit more friendly. So anywho, that's that. So on to this month's box. Now, as far as pricing and shipping and all that stuff, and I'll put all that down in the description. It's $42 a month, but I'll put all that stuff down in the description. This is what it looks like. It feels a little heavy. It feels heavier. Let's see what's in here. Oh, okay. Okay. All right. So each month in this box, we get a smaller project and then we get a larger project. So the smaller project can be anything like last month we had the 4 coasters. Was that last month or the month before? We had the 4 coasters, which I adored. The little heart bag in the back. I know I've showed you guys. I don't need to pull that out again. And there'll be a larger project, a smaller project. The larger project can be a table runner or a wall hanging. It's usually going to be 30 by 30 or less, maybe, or 35 by 35 or less. Yeah, so let's get into it. All right. And also there's like notions in the pattern, or, you know, she always gives you thread, and then she gives you either items that you will find helpful in your sewing room, or it might be unique notions that will assist you with the pattern, the project itself. This is a project-based box, which I like. Okay. So our small project, look at this. I like that it's not pink and blue and yellow. I like that. All right, so this is called Bunny Hop Hooray. It's 12.5 by 13.5. This is our smaller project. This thing is just big. I don't want to. Isn't that cute? I think I'm gonna make that. One of the cool things I like about this project box is that if you need a random something to put it together, she's going to give it to you. So like if you need a piece of fusible, or if you need, you know, like, or whatever. I can't even think of everything right now. If you need a zipper, she's going to give you a zipper. If you need some fusible, she's going to give you some fusible. If you need a specific tool to do the cutting, she's going to give you that specific tool. And I can see that there's some kind of fusible in here sticking up. Now this fabric line, I'm not familiar with this fabric line. This is Hop Hop Hooray from Riley Blake Fabrics. That's the main print. So this main print is from Hop Hop Hooray by Riley Blake. And then the other fabrics are from Moda and Maywood Studios. And of course, we have our fusible fleece, which is needed to make this. And of course, with the smaller projects, you have everything you need. So even the backing is in here. Backing, binding. Of course, you need batting. But who expects you to get batting? Nobody gives you batting. That'd be crazy. This is cute. This is not, I don't like over the top, hit you over the head, when it comes to themed fabric. Like seasonal themed, not just themed, because you could say floral is a theme, right? But specifically seasonal fabric, Easter, Thanksgiving, Christmas. I just like it to be a bit more mature. That's not the word I'm looking for. A little less on the nose. Now there is some on the nose stuff that I do like, but when it's just, I don't know. It's hard to, I've talked about this before. But of all the fabric that I have behind me, maybe 5% of it is holiday related. It's holiday themed. Maybe 5%. Maybe. And that's 5% might be pushing it. Okay. And then our larger project. Ooh, there's another table runner in here. Oh. I could have did this as my table runner. Too late now. Well, not really, but sort of. Oh my God. Why does she keep putting stuff in here that matches my house? Because then I'd be wanting to make it because it matches my house. This matches my house. Look at that. And it's a panel. It's a panel, guys. This is not something that you have to piece or embroider or applique. It's a frigging panel. Look at this. Okay, so in here we have panel and fabrics from Clothworks. And the pattern is called Framed. And the fabric line is called En Bleu. En Bleu. That's how the French say it. En Bleu. So here's our panel. And then these are our coordinating fabrics. And this is 28.5 by 47.5. This matches my kitchen. It's a freaking table runner and it matches my kitchen. I don't even know what to say. So my kitchen table is white and brown. And my walls are painted blue. So my kitchen is like white, brown, and blue. And this is white, brown, and blue. So I'm already making my 4th of July table runner. So this one over here that I showed you, this is 4th of July. And I have another table runner that I made from one of Monique's patterns using my own fabrics to make it match my kitchen. And then she comes and does this. So this will get made just because why not? It's going to be like the easiest thing ever. It looks like we've got our panel. Boom. We've got an inner border and an outer border. And then it looks like we've got these unique little border corners here where we're kind of cornering the border. So there's our cornered inner border, and our cornered outer border. Outer border. I can't speak today. This is going to get made. I have not done any free motion quilting yet on Veronica 2. That's her name. That's Veronica 2. I have not hooked up the stitch regulator yet on this machine. I tested it out at QuiltCon, but I have not hooked it up to the machine yet and tested it out at home. So this would be actually a really good project to do some free motion quilting and trying out that new stitch regulator. So this is in my future, and I don't really know how I'm going to make this work because I'm still, anyway, My quilt retreat is in 2 weeks, and I have other projects that I'm working on. So somehow I'm going to have to fit this in. And I think that's going to be fine because I can always, the red, white, and blue table runner is going to be for 4th of July. So it's not something I need right now. So see, do you see me justifying starting another project? Do you see this? You see me justifying starting having yet another work in progress? But here I am. So yeah, this is going to get made. And then of course we always have thread, and the thread always matches one or both of the projects depending on if the projects are wildly different colors. Usually they're not though, but our thread matches both projects. It's this kind of a taupe. It's coming off a little gray, but it's not. It's actually taupe. Okay. Also in this box we have a notion. I love these things. I love these things. These are great for cleaning out your sewing machine. Great. Just absolutely great. The silicone little tips really do a good job of kind of getting in there and getting stuff out. And it looks like we have some different shapes here. So we have a straight, we have a curved, and we have a bulb tip, and then we have the little, I don't know what you call it. It looks like a Fraggle or something like that. Fraggle hair. The Fraggle hair tip with the red. So it's straight, and then it's got some little Fraggly type. Y'all know what Fraggles are? Does anybody remember Fraggles? I love Fraggles. I still love Fraggle Rock. Love that show. If I could find it today, I'd probably watch it still. Don't tell anybody. Okay, and then last but not least, for the main box, we have our pattern. This is called Proper Etiquette. This is a table runner, 24 by 63, a nice long meaty table runner. And you need a print, a light, a dark, and a medium. So pretty easy to source fabrics for this one. 1 3 yards of your main print. 1 3/4 yards of your main print. And your main print, I'm assuming, would be this border and then this this square in the middle of each block. That would be your main print. We have 3/4 yards for your background. I'm imagining your background is this cream color here that makes up all these half square triangles. Your dark, of course, makes up all your star points and your binding and your inner border. And you need a 1/2 yard of medium for your small triangles. So I'm guessing it's hard to tell here, but I guess this is not all one color. So all this looks the same color, and I'm looking at it just on the pattern picture, but it's probably not. This looks pretty. Oh, is this more of those birds in the air units? That's what it looks like. It looks like more of those birds in the air units, that I was showing you from the King's Crown, because you can see it here. There's that half square triangle in the corner, and then 2 triangles connected, and then that larger triangle right there to finish it off. I wonder if she uses the same technique. Let's find out. No, she uses a different technique. Because of how it's constructed. It looks like because of how it's constructed, it's just easier to do it a different way. Yeah. I get so distracted by patterns. Y'all have no idea. Y'all have no idea how distracted by patterns I get. So yeah, so the way this goes together is a little bit different than King's Crown because the block is a little bit different. So it makes more sense to construct it in a different way because of the pieces surrounding that unit. So I was just curious, y'all. I had to find out. I had to know. Okay, and then the add-on this month for the fat quarters. This is a $12 add-on. It's $3 per fat quarter, which isn't bad because they were selling them for $3.50 to $4 at QuiltCon, which I thought was insane. So this month this is Feed Sacks. I can't talk today. Let me try again. Feed Sacks, Good Works by Moda Fabrics. So yeah, Feed Sacks, Good Works. I guess in my brain I need a comma in between that. Feed Sacks, comma, Good Works. Because I kept trying to read it as one, and it was hurting my brain. It was hurting my brain. So this is our pad. This is our fabric pack. This is this right here. I love all things plaid. I love all things plaid. I love plaid. From a child. I think I've mentioned this before. I call them old people prints because that's what they are. Plaid, argyle, houndstooth. Give me the old people prints. Okay, that's what I like. Old people prints. So I love plaid. And I love this kind of chartreuse here. I love how I wouldn't have chosen this. I would have thought, if I had seen this online, I would have thought that this was a bit dull. I would have thought this kind of dull. I would have expected it to be dull. Because especially with the name Feed Sacks in it, I just would have expected it to be more feed sacky. So, and you know, because feed sack prints, they kind of have that kind of dull, ashy kind of look. But these are vibrant. These are actually really bright. I like these. I already know I own this pattern. Sunny Days, 50 by 50. And this, I'm going to show you what it looks like. I own this pattern already. Don't tell nobody. Because I have so many of her patterns already. I just have a lot of them. I started collecting her patterns before I tied them with a specific person. I've only done that with Gudrun and Monique, where I was collecting patterns of a person before they had name recognition for me, until I got to the point where I had collected so many or had seen their name so much. And I was like, wait a minute. And then you start going through and you're like, oh, I have a lot of these. One time I went to my, I forgot what the number was, but I went into my, my file history, like my file folder with all my quilt patterns. And I just typed in the name Monique just to see how many patterns there were going to be. It was quite a few. I'm not gonna, it was quite a few. Okay. I'm getting silly. I'm being silly. I've got a lot going on today. And so, just FYI, if you have not entered the QuiltCon giveaway, today is the last day. You have like 6 hours or something like that to enter. Midnight Pacific Standard Time you have to enter by. I will put that video right up here or right up wherever they put it. But click on that link and comment QuiltCon and to be entered into the giveaway. I'm giving away some awesome stuff. You can't leave it on this video. You gotta leave it on that video that they just showed you. Okay, so let me recap. So we have Bunny Hop Hooray, which is our small project. Our main fabric is from Riley Blake, and our supporting cast of fabrics are from Moda and Maywood Studios. Of course, we have the backing fabric already in here, so we have everything we need to complete this in its entirety. And of course, we even have the fusible fleece, and the pattern is, of course, in color because we have this wonderful little picture of what it looks like all quilted up. That quilting is gorgeous. Sheesh. Did you quilt this by hand? Or did you use a program? If you did this by hand, that looks really good. Sheesh. My quilting does not look like that. I can tell you, it does not. Even with this stitch regulator, it ain't gonna look like this. I'm hoping with the stitch regulator, maybe I can do more complicated stuff. I don't know. We'll see. A big project, which I am over the moon about. Over the moon. I cannot talk today. Which I'm over the moon about. I need to work on my enunciation. I used to really enunciate when I spoke. And then my kids, because I was born and raised in New York, and when I came down here, I used to get teased a lot, but because of the way I talked. Because I had no accent at all. I didn't have a northern accent. I didn't have a southern accent. I had no accent. But I would really enunciate everything I said. And then probably about once my kids were old enough to where I didn't have to worry about them picking up that southern accent, because I kind of didn't, like, I can turn it off. I can turn my southern accent off. It does get harder and harder the more I speak with it. So that's a thing. But I can, like when I'm at work, I can choose to drop the accent and enunciate better. But when I'm on camera talking to you guys, I'm not at work. I'm just kind of comfortable. It's like I'm home. So I'm talking the way I'm talking the way I would talk when I'm home. Except sometimes it's a little too lazy and I don't pronounce all the words. I'll notice it sometimes when I go back and look at my videos and be like, is anybody going to know what I just said? Is anybody going to know what that word even was? Because I did not enunciate it clearly. They're not even going to know what I said because it was so country and I said it so fast and I just kind of swallowed all the consonants. Sorry, I'm working on it. But this is the second project. This is going to get made. This is going to be cut out. This is going to be cut. I can't sit here and say I'm going to sew it immediately, but I can sit here and say that by the end of the weekend, all of this fabric will be ironed and cut. And in a project bag or project box, or maybe not a project box, maybe just an empty fat quarter shop box or an empty open gate quilt box. It's going to be in some kind of box so that it's ready to sew. That's our main project. It's called Framed. It's 28.5 by 47.5. I love this panel. Look at that. Love it. Okay, and then we have our matching thread. We have our pattern called Proper Etiquette, which is another table runner, 24 by 63. We have our little notion here. Love these. I never realized it was called Nook and Cranny, but it is. Nook and Cranny cleaning tools. Love these. And I also love how long these last. Because, I like having my cute little brush, but that's what it is. It's a cute little brush. It's adorable. It's adorable. And it's fun to, take it and just, but it's not really good for, like, deep cleaning. It's just cute. It's adorable. It's rose gold. It's got the right, it's adorable. It's adorable. But not as efficient at getting in the nooks and crannies. This is good for like an all over dusting. That's what that's like this is the duster, right? And then these are your precision cleaning tools. And last but not least, to add on for this month, these fat quarters here from Bead Sacks Good Works. These are really vibrant. Like I said before, normally anytime I see feed sack, I avoid it because I like vibrant colors in my quilting. Not in my clothing. Not in my clothing, but in my quilting, I like bright, vibrant colors. And generally feed sacks just have that dusty look. And I don't like that. So I would have avoided these. So super happy to see these and see how vibrant they are. And then, of course, I showed you guys the pattern. It's a fat quarter friendly pattern. I didn't tell you how many fat quarters it takes, but I had this pattern from Blueprint. I bought this pattern from Blueprint, so I already own it. But we need 20 fat quarters. And I guess to me, this is like a variation on a carpenter square, if you will. Carpenter star. Sheesh. Not carpenter square. Carpenter star. It's like a variation on a carpenter star, kind of. Anywho, that is it. That's it. That's the unboxing. I talk too much, as usual. I will be announcing the winners tomorrow. I'm excited about that. So we'll be doing Thankful Thursday, and we'll be announcing the winners. So that is it for me, and I'll see you guys next video.